Yeah, I just wanted to finish up the video, or finish up the second part of this video. I might even drop another one after this. I don't know. It depends on, because I can only go like 10 minutes at a time. I think that's my cutoff limit, like 11, 12 at the very most. Anything past that is not happening, man. After that, then they start chopping up my video and doing like, so I think I'm just gonna have to bust out like 10 minutes at a time here. But yeah, this hat here, man, God bought me this. God bought me this. And what I mean by that is cuz I've been something happened uh where my I lost my job, and I had to sell some things on eBay. And someone might say, "Okay, well, you know, things happen, I mean, you put some things on eBay, somebody's going to buy them." Well, my stuff, I mean, I had nice stuff, but there's nicer stuff on eBay than the stuff I had, man. I mean, I had some pretty cool stuff up there, yeah, but I mean, the Bible says in Matthew, like basically he'll take care of you. I mean, just stay focused on the things above, and everything around you will fall into place. Like he'll take care of you, man. I mean, I was making just I mean, I know how eBay works, man. I bought things off of eBay for a long, for long enough to know that, you know I mean, really, I mean, I just literally like posted my stuff on there, and just things were flying. Like I'd be selling like sometimes 2 items a day, man. And that doesn't seem like a lot, but I don't even have a lot of items on eBay compared to a lot of other people. There's people out there that have like hundreds of items up there. I only had like at the time like maybe between 10 and 15 items, man. Really. I mean, I didn't it's not like I have a whole plethora, like a plethora, a whole slew of items, like I don't have like bags full of like stuff I'm trying to sell, man. I just have a little stuff here and there, man. But as soon as I posted, like a day later, just stuff started flying off, man. I mean, believe what you want. I mean, you could sit there and say, well, it's just coincidence and this and that. Well, I've seen things on eBay just sitting there, like for cool stuff too. Not just some raggedy. It's not like somebody's trying to sell an empty Pepsi. Like it's not. They're not selling garbage. Like it's actually a pretty cool collector's item. Like it's a game used towel from a basketball player, Anthony Davis, an all-star, a star, probably gonna be end up being maybe even a superstar one day. I mean, he's still kind of young, and I mean, who knows? I mean, really, they have a towel up there used by Peyton Manning. It's all um it's all authenticated. It's got like the certificate right there. Sorry, it was a tongue twister. Um, yeah, they got like the certificate, and it's all like DNA and everything. Like, I mean, it's all it's all legit. Um, that came from an auction that was like $200 some, and like it doesn't take $25 to ship it, but nonetheless, I mean, there's stuff up there. I mean, that unless somebody bought that by now, I don't know. But then they had the dude with the Anthony Davis towel. He was at the New Orleans game, and some dude just tossed him a towel, and or Anthony Davis gave this guy his towel and his headband, because I saw a headband in his hand too. And he had a picture of I mean, holding the towel like this or whatever. I mean, sure. I mean, whatever. It could be fake, but I mean, whatever. I mean, he was selling it for. I mean, he was right courtside like this. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I just went through my little phase here and there. I mean, whatever. I got all that stuff in there. I got a game used a Chicago Bears winter hat. It's a winter hat. That's game used. And stuff. I mean, it is what it is, but I mean, like that stuff. I mean, was sitting on eBay for such a long time. For a real long time. You know, for a long time, it was just sitting on eBay. Like really. I mean, it's not like it's outrageous price. I mean, that Peyton Manning towel was kind of crazy. even for Peyton Manning. Like, come on, dude. Really, we're talking like almost 250 for a towel, big bro. Like that's crazy. You know, I mean, really. But I mean, would this guy want to, like, I don't know, like 60 something dollars for the Anthony Davis towel? I mean, if you're into that sort of thing, I mean, 60 something dollars ain't bad, man. You know, I mean, for a player like that, it seems pretty legit, you know. And just amongst other things, is things that just sit on there. I've seen jerseys on there that have been there for over a year. I bet you if I go on there right now, I could pull up a jersey that has been there for quite some time, maybe even a year and a half. As a matter of fact, I seen it there. It's probably been there for over 2 years, man. Like, some of this stuff just sits and sits and sits and sits and sits, and it's not even like they're even overpriced. You know, some of them might start out that way, but eventually the person kind of gets the hint and they start, chopping off, the price. But my items, man, I just like literally like my second day on eBay, just dum, 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 I'm telling you, man, think what you want to think, but I know what I know, man. And I had this like this something like was telling me like, God's looking out for you and whatever. So, cuz like when all that happened, when the thing happened with my job, I just said, okay, God, it's in your hands, man. I mean, hey, what do you want me to do? Because I don't get free food or anything like that, man. I mean, hey, I mean, if you need benefits or whatever, like food stamps or whatever, man, I'm not knocking it. I'm not, I'm just saying, I don't get free food or anything like that. So, I mean, I had to do what I had to do, and that's the only thing I really could do. Cause I'm not a criminal. I'm not about to go out there and break the law for no one, man. So I mean, it was either, like, so that's why I just said, God, it's in your hands. And then I had like an idea, something came to me and just said, start posting your stuff on eBay. So I did that, you know, and then like I said, the very next day, boom, 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 and that was happening for like, a solid time for a few weeks, like, and it was crazy in the beginning for the first week, man. I mean, I was just selling stuff like crazy, you know. And that's where I got that Reggie Miller from too. That Reggie Miller jersey God bought me too, man. And the reason I say God bought me that stuff is because I know that he was bringing traffic to my items, man. I don't care what that sounds like to anybody who's watching this video. I really don't give a flip what you think, man. Okay, because I know what I know, and and it is what it is. So, hey. But anyways, it says here about the homosexuals. Like God doesn't he doesn't hate homosexuals, man. He doesn't. But it says here but like I said before, it's a sin. So I mean, just when I sin, I mean, you got to turn from it. I mean, and if you have a hard time repenting of it, homosexuality, you just can't turn from that. I mean, I've never been a homosexual, but if I would imagine if you're battling with something like that, which is a sexual sin, you can't just turn away from that. You need you need the Spirit of God to help you break away from that. And he doesn't hate you. He wants to help you. I mean, some people might walk up to you and say some weird stuff, and some people might even judge you, and some people, I don't know. I don't know. But I'm not here to judge anybody, man, because I struggle with things myself. I don't struggle with that, but it doesn't matter, because in the eyes of God, sin is sin, pretty much. So I mean, if you have a hard time repenting of something or whatever, just come to him and say, look, man, it's a stronghold I have. I can't do it. I mean, that's what he wants to hear, because when look, it's not God's will to have you be a homosexual. God might not heal you of, an illness or whatever, but homosexuality, that's a sin, man. He's not going to leave you hanging like that, because come judgment day, I mean, if you come to him with a real, with a heart to want to change and to want to break away from that sin, you think he's really going to leave you hanging like that? You might have to go through some things, But eventually, if you stick with it and let him help you, he will help you and you will overcome it. Um, but that's not something you're probably just going to turn away from. I mean, if you're legitimate, I mean, if that's a legitimate lifestyle that you're in, you ain't just turning away from that, man. Because from what I understand, it's not just a, it's not just a, you know, a sexual sin. It's more than that. It's a lifestyle. It's a community. You have, it's a lifestyle, man. Like, so I mean, it's but you know what? It's also a sin, and I'm not gonna butter you up and throw sugar at you like the rest of this country, man. It's a sin. And the rainbow is not a sign of pride. The rainbow comes from the book of Genesis. It was put there to you know it was put there as for it was God's promise to humanity that he would no longer flood the earth. That's not a sign of pride. So, but he doesn't hate you. But I'm gonna have to end this video. I'm gonna upload it, come back, and I'm gonna show you where in the Bible it talks about homosexuality.